Greetings from our channel again. Kevin Costner is a charismatic and talented actor who has starred in many Hollywood classics. With his ruggedly attractive appearance, honed acting abilities, and an impressive acting and directing career, audiences are still affected by Kevin Costner. Behind the scenes, though, his love life has been equally colorful. From early courtships to a long marriage to partnerships that aroused public curiosity, Kevin Costner and #039's romantic life has consistently captured the public and #039's interest. After experiencing numerous highs and lows in his professional and romantic lives, Kevin revealed something unexpected about a woman he calls the love of his life at the age of 68. Given Kevin and #039's well-known history of relationships with well-known women who have crossed his path, this news was shocking. Who is this enigmatic woman, then? And why would Kevin, one of Hollywood and #039's most endearing and prosperous guys, make such a daring claim? Come along as we examine Kevin Costner and #039's life, work, and romantic relationships, from his modest upbringing to his ascent to stardom on the big screen, as well as those intimate moments during his early years when his heart was enmeshed in intense and tumultuous romances. Kevin Costner was born in Linwood, California, on January 18, 1955, into a middle-class family. His mother is a social worker, while his father is an electrician. The German, Irish, Scottish, and Welsh ancestry of the Costner family is reflected in Kevin and #039's unwavering spirit. His early years were anything from stable. The family traveled across California a lot because of his father and #039's work, which hindered Kevin and #039's ability to make lifelong relationships and undermined his self-esteem in his early years. He later developed strong character and independence as a result of this experience, nevertheless. Despite his lack of academic excellence, Kevin had early athletic ability, especially in football and baseball. In addition to his athletic endeavors, he developed a love of movies as a boy after seeing the iconic Hollywood Western How the West Was Won. Kevin was deeply affected by the movie, which sparked fantasies of a life with tales greater than himself. In 1973, Kevin attended at California State University Fullerton following his high school graduation. However, Kevin found acting to be his actual interest in his latter college years. After enrolling in acting classes, he soon came to the conclusion that this was the career path he wanted to take. On a trip, Kevin happened to seat next to renowned actor Richard Burton, which led to a tragic encounter. During their talk, Burton urged Kevin to follow his passion and persevere through challenges. Even though Kevin still had a clear plan for how to realize his passion, that advice served as a major motivator for him to pursue a career in acting. Kevin Costner and #039's career. At first, Kevin Costner and #039's career path was everything from straightforward. His initial attempts to enter the Hollywood scene were not very successful, despite the fact that he had a strong passion for acting. Even though Kevin had the chance to work in the film industry thanks to small roles in movies like Sizzle Beach USA, 1981, and Night Shift, 1982, these roles were merely a few little steps toward the job he had always desired. Kevin was still a little-known player in a very competitive market at the time. Kevin and #039's first significant turning point occurred in 1985 when he was cast in Lawrence Kasdan and #039's Western, Silverado. In addition to putting Kevin in the public eye, this movie paved the way for bigger opportunities down the road. Kevin portrayed Jake, a youthful cowboy with boundless energy and a free attitude, in Silverado. His on-screen magnetism was highlighted in this role, drawing the interest of well-known filmmakers. Following Silverado, Kevin soon landed big-screen parts in popular movies, like Field of Dreams, 1989, in which he portrayed Ray Kinsella, a farmer who dreams of constructing a baseball field in the middle of a cornfield, and The Untouchables. In addition to being financially successful, these movies solidified Kevin and #039's standing as a multifaceted and extraordinarily gifted actor. However, Kevin Costner and #039 1990 foray into directing and producing with the movie Dances with Wolves was the real apex of his career. Not only did Kevin play the lead, but he also directed and produced the movie himself, making it an extremely ambitious endeavor. In the incredibly poignant tale Dances with Wolves, an American soldier named John Dunbar develops a relationship with the Sioux Native American tribe while serving in the American Civil War. The film and #039's meaningful plot and breathtaking images left viewers in awe, presenting Native American life from a humanitarian standpoint. Despite early doubts about whether such a lengthy and intricate movie could be successful, Kevin showed that he was not only a gifted performer but also an exceptional filmmaker. 7 Academy Awards were later won by the movie, including Best Picture and Best Director for Kevin Costner. In addition to securing his position in the movie business, Dances with Wolves and #039 popularity was a major turning point in Kevin Costner and #039's career, solidifying his position as a necessary Hollywood legend. Private life. Kevin Costner and #039's personal life was filled with a variety of emotions, especially during his first marriage to Cindy Silva, even though his career took off with classic films. While attending California State University Fullerton, Kevin and Cindy got to know one another. Kevin fell in love with Cindy right away because of her brains and innocent attractiveness. Just before Kevin started to focus more on his acting career, the couple got married in 1978. Their family life appeared to be ideal in the beginning. Through the most trying times in Kevin and #039's career, Cindy was there for him no matter what. Together, Annie, Lily, and Joe were their 3 children. The couple was often portrayed as the ideal family in public, exuding joy and satisfaction. However, Kevin spent less and less time with his family as his career took off, thanks to appearances in Dances with Wolves and Field of Dreams. Their marriage began to suffer as a result of the demands of becoming a major Hollywood star. Extramarital affair rumors started to circulate, especially when Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was being filmed in England. The tension between Kevin and Cindy only grew as a result of the British tabloids and #039's incessant coverage of his supposed liaison with a hotel receptionist. Cindy tried to keep the family together, but the long absences and media pressure of a famous celebrity and #039's lifestyle caused an unbridgeable gap between them. After 16 years of marriage, they formally separated in 1994, ending a widely admired partnership. However, he always called Cindy a true woman and showed her respect and affection. Despite being devastated, Cindy handled the split with grace and received a sizable payout for an estimated $80 million. Not only did Kevin Costner and #039's ability continue to rule Hollywood after his first marriage to Cindy Silva ended, but his other high-profile relationships also made him a media star. With a series of short-lived relationships involving a number of well-known celebrities, his love life soon became a hot issue among the general public. Kevin was connected to a number of powerful ladies in the entertainment business in the years after his divorce. The relationship with Courtney Cox, the star of the popular television show Friends, was one of the most noteworthy. Despite being brief, their romance received a lot of media coverage. Kevin and #039's reputation as a Hollywood legend and Courtney and #039's growing fame made them a sought-after couple at entertainment gatherings. After that, Kevin briefly dated French singer and supermodel Carla Bruni, who eventually married President Nicolas Sarkozy to become the First Lady of France. Although many in the media were taken aback by Kevin and Carla and #039's pairing, their romance was brief, and they soon parted ways. Furthermore, Kevin Costner had romantic relationships with other well-known figures in the entertainment business, such as model Naomi Campbell and supermodel Elle Macpherson. Known as the body due to her immaculate form, Elle Macpherson briefly dated Kevin. Despite the short lifespan of their partnership, they made a positive public impact. One of Kevin and #039's brief romantic obsessions was the well-known supermodel Naomi Campbell. These connections, though, appeared to be short-lived and incapable of becoming anything permanent. But Kevin Costner and #039's most famous love relationship was with Whitney Houston, the gifted singer and actress who co-starred with him in the 1992 movie The Bodyguard. The prospective off-screen romance based on the on-screen chemistry. Even though there was no hard proof that they were romantically involved, Kevin frequently showed his love for Whitney and #039's abilities and character. During Whitney Houston and #039's funeral in 2012, Kevin gave a heartfelt eulogy. In addition to discussing Whitney and #039's exceptional talent, he also reminisced about their pleasant working relationship. In addition to his affection for her as a close friend, Whitney was more than simply a co-star to Kevin. She had a big impact on his creative life and served as a symbol. Even though Kevin Costner and #039's post-divorce relationships were frequently brief, each had a profound effect on his life. His moving remarks at her funeral, and #039, she was a true love, a star that will never fade, and #039, touched the hearts of millions of fans, and the relationship with Whitney Houston is perhaps the most notable, not just because of their love for one another but also because of their mutual respect and sincere friendship. When Kevin Costner met Christine Baumgartner, a young and gifted handbag designer, his personal life took a turn for the better after a string of intense but short-lived high-profile relationships. They met in the late 1990s, when Kevin was going through a lot of transition. They were only friends at first, but as time went on, their bond grew stronger. Kevin and Christine made the decision to get married in 2004, and they were married at Kevin and #039's expansive ranch in Aspen, Colorado. After years of emotional turmoil, this marriage gave Kevin a fresh sense of security and contentment. Christine became a source of strength and inspiration in his family life in addition to being a supporting partner. Caden, Hayes, and Grace were the 3 children they welcomed into their family. Kevin appeared to have struck a balance between his personal and professional lives in the early years of their marriage. In order to spend more time with his wife and kids, he even took a break from some movie projects. Kevin, Christine, and their children seemed happy, and they soon rose to prominence as one of Hollywood and #039's most admired couples. She had a prosperous profession with her own abilities and independence, which enabled them to successfully manage work and family life. Kevin and Christine and #039's family life was not without its ups and downs, though, just like his first marriage. In 2023, after almost 2 decades of marriage, Christine abruptly filed for divorce, shocking not just their family but also the public. As more information about their arguments surfaced, especially over money matters and the amount of time Kevin spent on his work as opposed to his family, the divorce swiftly gained popularity. Kevin and #039's great emphasis on his work, particularly his new film Horizons and his long-running television project Yellowstone, was one of the primary reasons given for the dissolution of their marriage. According to reports, Christine had often urged Kevin to put his family above his career obligations and to take a vacation, but it didn't, and #039's seemed like they could agree. In addition to being emotionally taxing, the divorce was complicated by money problems. The argument over their assets became the focus of great media attention, and Christine requested a significant sum of spousal maintenance. Kevin and Christine stayed dedicated to co-parenting their 3 children in spite of the conflict and media attention surrounding the divorce. Despite their separation, they decided to share custody and responsibilities in order to give their children the most stable home environment possible. Despite having many wonderful memories and lasting almost 20 years, Kevin Costner and #039's second marriage ended in divorce. Nevertheless, it is indisputable that Kevin and Christine spent priceless years together, during which he experienced serenity and a genuine feeling of family. Following the dissolution of his marriage to Christine Baumgartner, Kevin Costner had to deal with a lot of personal issues. His happy marriage looked to be a thing of the past, and the protracted divorce left him exhausted from the emotional toll it took on his emotions as well as the legal struggles. But when Kevin happened to run into singer-songwriter Jewel Kilcher, a new light emerged amid all of this chaos. Away from the hectic world of Hollywood, they met at a charity function on the calm and beautiful Necker Island. In addition to her inherent beauty, Jewel and hashtag 039's depth and compassion enthralled Kevin. Jewel and hashtag 039's presence proved to be a significant source of emotional healing during this turbulent time in Kevin and hashtag 039's life, assisting him in overcoming the hurt caused by his prior divorce. Beyond their love of the arts, Jewel and Kevin bonded over shared values, a strong connection to nature, a profound love for humanity, and a desire to live authentically. Jewel is well known for her heartfelt voice as well as her strength and commitment to meaningful charitable work. Kevin had been looking for these attributes for a long time, and it appeared like Jewel had them. Despite the fact that their relationship is still relatively fresh, media speculation about it has already begun. Numerous newspaper rumors were created by photos that captured their moments together. But Kevin and Jewel have decided to make their courtship more clandestine and private than his past partnerships. They treasure their simple times together, appearing to be untouched by the outside influences of their surroundings. Current career and challenges. Kevin Costner is going through a difficult time in his career after his turbulent divorce from Christine Baumgartner. He has also had to deal with personal upheavals. Even though he finds comfort in his new connection with Jewel Kilcher, he still feels a lot of strain from his job. Kevin had to handle both personal and professional obstacles during this time, especially with two significant projects, Horizons and Yellowstone. Kevin and hashtag 039's current focus is on Horizons, a massive television show set in the Wild West. After working in the film industry for decades, this project serves as a confirmation of his skills and a chance for him to return to the Western genre he has always loved. But the process of making Horizons hasn't and hashtag 039's been easy. Significant challenges have been faced by the project, including monetary issues and internal disputes that have caused delays and increased Kevin and hashtag 039's stress levels. Kevin has been caught up in schedule and contract issues with Yellowstone at the same time as Horizons. His reputation in the entertainment industry has been strengthened by this popular TV program, but it has also led to constant arguments between him and the cast. Kevin finds himself in a challenging situation as he tries to juggle his duties on Yellowstone with the production of Horizons, a project he is really enthusiastic about due to disagreements about budget and filming schedules. Kevin and hashtag 039's mood has steadily declined due to the ongoing strain of both personal and professional obligations. In addition to having an effect on his finances, his divorce from Christine also caused instability in his personal life. He has found peace with Jewel Kilcher, but he is unable to give this new love his whole attention because of his career and hashtag 039's persistent difficulties. Therefore, it makes sense that Kevin has put a lot of faith in Horizons to help him get through this difficult time. Kevin Costner has persevered in the face of numerous challenges. He has encountered several challenges over his career, but he has always managed to get back up and carry on. Horizons is regarded as a representation of Kevin and hashtag 039's comeback, both professionally and personally. There is more to this endeavor than merely a movie. It is evidence of his tenacity and capacity to bounce back from setbacks and turn himself around. Kevin is no longer aiming for short-term success or popularity at this point. Rather, he concentrates on producing art that embodies his ideas and has enduring meaning. Kevin is certain that his drive and tenacity will carry him through, resulting in a strong recovery in both his profession and his personal life, despite the fact that Horizons has encountered many difficulties and that Yellowstone and hashtag 039's pressures continue to exist. Kevin Costner and hashtag 039's new relationship with Jewel Kilcher appears to have given him new optimism despite the many ups and downs in his romantic life. Given their strong bond and similar ideals, this love might be the final component that brings Kevin contentment and serenity following years of upheaval. How do you feel about the inspirational path of Kevin Costner? Could he finally find the solution he and hashtag 039's been looking for in his connection with Jewel Kilcher? And which aspect of Kevin and hashtag 039's life narrative most appeals to you? Remember to subscribe to our channel so you don't and hashtag 039's miss the upcoming fascinating tales of well-known celebrities and their vibrant lifestyles. I and hashtag 039, LL see you in the upcoming video.